Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha. And this is my reply to the racists that replied to my video about Charlie Kirk being racist. I'm going to try to make this short, sweet, and I'm going to try not to get flagged by YouTube. Because never mind the money. I just want people to see the message. But when I put up the video saying that Charlie Kirk was racist, it was because of this.
You want to go thought crime? Like, I'm sorry. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
When he said that in itself is racist because, one, when you see a black person flying a plane, why would you think that he's not qualified? Now, I know a lot of ignorant people out there that's kind of too dense to actually investigate and don't know anything. And it's a lot of young people that don't know about affirmative action that was done away with, I want to say, about 20 years ago, right? So all you racists need to update your information. Affirmative action, if I'm not mistaken, was instituted in the mid 80s. It was done away with, I want to say 2004 or 5, something like that. So you need to update your stereotypes or your racist information. Nobody gets hired from affirmative action anymore. Actually, DEI, I think that's diversity something programs. I don't know what DEI is, just like I don't know what CRT is. I mean, I know what it is. I know what the acronym stand for, but nobody pays attention to that shit. And when people get hired based off of, I guess, diversity and inclusion, they're not recruiting Burger King workers or janitors or people that are entry level. These are skilled people. They do the same thing in hospitals with surgeons. It's just to even the playing field because a lot of places are racist that don't hire the people even with credentials. Hell, I even mentioned Harvard University not admitting students with like that fit the criteria, pass admissions tests, and still don't get admitted to the college even though they got like a 4.0 GPA. They were in magnet classes and all that. Like, they've even admitted this. This is even conjecture. At this point, I couldn't lie if I wanted to. There's the internet. You could look it up. So, yeah, they do diversity programs so that people that have racist tendencies, like most of the people that responded back in my comment section, you can't use your personal bias to obstruct somebody from an opportunity. That's not to say that the people don't have credentials. And as far as affirmative action, right, people getting hired, they still had to fit the qualifications. And people getting admitted into colleges, they still had to have at least a GPA, I want to say of 2.5. I think most colleges that's not Yale, Harvard, or MIT, 2.5 is the standard, right? 2.5 and 3.0, depending on who you ask or where you go. So it's a lot of racist people that are like, oh, I don't like diversity. Well, you don't like people of other ethnicities and or races or backgrounds being admitted and working around you? It sounds like a personal issue. It also sounds like you're uncomfortable being around brown or black people. That's also what it sounds like. To be honest, black people, if we are admitted into an environment or a job or education of higher learning, we literally always, more often than not, excel. It's a fact. I don't know what these people are that racist and dense they can't even see through their own BS. And as a sidebar, when I put up a video like bashing a black person for something idiotic that they say, it's not necessarily because they black. So stall me out with all the racist people chiming in with their racist opinion. This is a cynical opinion. I poke fun at everybody, black, white, gay, handicapped, it don't matter, trans. I'm not necessarily poking at the person's actual physical makeup, whether they be handicapped or white or black or gay or trans. I'm poking at the stuff that they're saying, whatever race or criteria they happen to fit. That just adds to the poking of the fun. Like, I poke fun at trans people. It's not because they're trans. It's because of the stuff that they say in the videos that they post. I'm just doing commentary of it. That's all that is. So if you're racist, don't chime in with an opinion, bro, because I'm not trying to be racist towards anyone. I think my commentary is actually mostly objective. But going back to this Charlie Kirk dude, if you wouldn't say that about a white guy flying a plane, you shouldn't say it about a brown person. Not only that, the other dude actually confirmed the racism, and I watched the whole video in its entirety. He actually said, when I see a pilot with the right stuff and a square jaw, it's a white man. And what do you mean the right stuff? What the hell is that? That was so a vague statement that one has to question that. And Charlie Kirk actually admitted himself as being closeted racist when he prefaced the statement by saying, I know that this is a thought crime. Knowing that he thought that was wrong and said it anyways confirms that he knew it was wrong. That's how he really feels. He actually tried to clean it up saying that's not who I am. It actually is. If you have to actually say not trying to do thought crime, But when I see a black pilot, the first thing that comes to my mind is that I hope he's qualified. And then say I'm not that type of person. Bro, which one is it? You can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be racist and then try to clean it up. And you can't make what you think is an innocent statement and then follow it up with racist statements. It doesn't work like that. See, I deal in the world of black and white. There is no shade of gray. When you try to mince things or conflate things, I call you out on it. That's all it is. The fact that you thought when you see a black pilot that you hope he's qualified, that right there in itself is an internalization issue. You deep down inside think he's not. One has to ask, why would you think that he's not qualified, sir? Even if there was a diversity inclusion program that got him the job. Why would you think that he's not qualified? One, you think people are giving out pilot license like that? And two, you think people are just hiring burger flippers or people off the streets, crackheads, to just fly a 747 or a 757? Maybe not a 737. Those crash, right? And that was Boeing's fault. And not to be racist, but because of lax regulations by Boeing and possibly white inspectors, that plane crashed 3 times in Ethiopia about, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. To the point where I literally was going to do a story about 737s being taken off the market because they're unreliable and they keep crashing. The CEO of United said that they ordered a surplus of 737s Mach 10s, but because the 737 Mach 9s keep crashing or they keep malfunctioning, that they don't even know if they're going to purchase the Mach 10s next year in 2025. That was a white guy. Meaning that there's white inspectors at Boeing possibly not doing their job. So how anybody can find the correlation between a black pilot and not being qualified, man, that's bogus. That blows my mind. That was a whole bunch of idiotic rhetoric as I read through the comments of people saying that, oh, as a liberal, that's something a liberal would do. First of all, I'm not a liberal, so I don't even know where that notion comes from. You just assume because I'm black, I vote Democrat. There are black people out here that vote for people not based off of a party, but based off of the policies that they propose. I don't vote for people that are Democratic just because I vote blue. That's stupid. No one should do that. Black, white, Mexican, Hispanic. You should not vote for nobody because they're Democrat. You need to see what their public policies are that they're proposing or they're about to pass. I didn't vote for Obama because he was black. He was saying good stuff till it came crunch time that he didn't perform. As far as Trump, I didn't vote for Trump or Biden. I sat that one out because there wasn't no good candidates, and Bernie Sanders got disqualified by the DNC. What do you want? There were no other qualified candidates, in my opinion. People that come with that just sounds idiotic. You sound like a moron when you say stuff like that, because I don't vote for parties just because you're Democratic. I'm not one of those black people. I'm sorry if there's 92% of people that were black that voted for Joe Biden. I tried to tell them not to, and against better judgment, they did it anyways. So, and I'm one of those people, I don't like the lesser two evils. I don't like no evil. That sounds like a circle jerk. In any event, I hope this follow-up helps you racists work through your self-internalization problems. You might want to get some therapy about that. And you might need to just come to grips and admit that you might be a racist. And it's okay. Living in America, I'm used to it. As for the black people that commented stuff about, you don't know racist, little boy, and look, Uncle Ruckus, stole me out with all that. In any event, it's been my thoughts, ideals, and opinions. And if you understood my follow-up, hopefully it helped you through whatever issues you got. If it didn't, F your mother.